Very pleased to be joined by Tran, managing partner at Applico and co-founder and former CEO of Munchery. Tree, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
So what we wanted to talk about initially, while we have you, Tree, was this topic on, there's a lot of activity in the building and construction space, both just in general with, new home starts and all the home renovations going on these days, but also with tech and tech investing, and now tech M&A. With this news here, Procore has acquired this construction payment startup, Levelset, for $500 million. What is Levelset? What is Procore? It'd be great if you could help break this down for us, Trey.
I would say it's a SaaS platform. They are attempting to be the be-all and end-all solution for the entire construction industry. And we know the construction industry and the construction cycle is extremely complex, right? Anything you got from conceptions as a first stage where you are thinking of a project, you're getting financing to a project, to design and engineering where you're using tools like Autodesk to lay out a plan for a building, for example. Then you got pre-construction, you got procuring materials to actual executing of the construction itself, and then there's a whole post-construction phase as well. Warranty period, fixing checklist, things that didn't exactly go as planned. So Procore would be a set of tools, and they are now having also an app marketplace where they provide a lot of amazing project management tools, building information management tools, tools to help keep a project on track.
It's an end-to-end software solution, right? Throughout the whole construction lifecycle process.
Right. They do start out with the whole pre-construction and construction execution phase. That's their roots, but they're definitely expanding to offer.
And so what about this Levelset thing? I've got it up here on the screen share. It looks like this company raised $47 million in aggregate. Their last fundraise was December 2019. They had $135 million valuation. So that was almost 2 years ago. They'd raised $30 million then. So in, call it 18 months, they more than triple their valuation. What makes this thing so interesting and why it's worth being, I think, Procore's largest acquisition ever?
Procore, this is not their only acquisition in the last year. They also acquired an AI company and other kind of project estimations company. But I think specifically about Levelset, which is the main offering here, is a Lien's rights management and lien waiver solutions, where this is the mechanism in the industry on how, let's say, a contractor would get paid. The contractors finishing a job, you would think getting paid for it would be a straightforward manner, but it isn't. All the regulations, all the I think regulatory and rights on, hey, did you do the job as spec? Did you do the quality job? I think all these tools and mechanism on ensuring this is done and paperwork for that, tracking that is what Levelset provides and really helps Procore see, I think more importantly, all the payments that's being done or not being done. And so they can assess risk for a project. They can apply machine learning and AI to understand better for a certain phase of a project or a certain aspect of a project where the risk lies and where payment is being done well or not. So I think it's extremely valuable to the entire platform that Procore is bringing to the table.
I like that they touch the money. I think that's the thing that gets it for me is they touch the money. These lien rights management waiver solutions, it's highly technical. The average person, you don't need to understand this, but the point is it puts Procore into the flow of touching dollars, right? So it's kind of now bringing this payment platform workflow into the Procore tool set. So anytime you can touch the flow of dollars, that's a good thing. And then the other thing is that materials financing bit, which I think is very powerful. How can you bring lending solutions? And they have it here two ways, both for the contractor to get financing as well as on the supplier side, right? So, I love this kind of material financing aspect. I think that's a huge opportunity where, what you find is a lot of the people in the construction industry actually don't even make money on kind of what you would expect. It's actually kind of a lot of these ancillary revenue streams, which can mean a lot of different things based upon where you are in that value chain flow. But yeah, I think there's something interesting here. Biggest deal they've ever done. Procore has a $12 billion market cap, and they're on, $12 billion market cap on $122 million of revenue for the quarter ending in June on that quarterly revenue number. So extremely high revenue multiples, but a very different margin profile. And they're actually losing money, but lots of growth. Growth is the story with all of these tech companies. You can't have that little revenue and lose money without having a strong growth story. So they got to keep their foot on the gas, but generally I like the play of touching the money. Any last thoughts there, Trey?
No, you're right. And look, materials financing is a big part of any construction project, obviously, besides the labor. But it looks like Levelset doesn't yet have a network of lenders to assist with that, or maybe they do, but they're not making it an open platform for lenders to participate. But I can imagine that can also become a future direction they can go into, right? Because right now, if they're the only one offering the credit, then they have to, take on the responsibility and the liability. But yeah, really interesting, really exciting to see this happening, and Procore just keeping making stride. I think they gone from 8 billion valuation during IPO to now 12, like you said.
Tran, thanks so much for joining us. Talk soon.